What is up, my boys? Welcome back for another video. This is my sexy car. This is my sexy me. You are your sexy you. So last video we actually started that thing where you can sponsor the channel, and here's our first sponsors. There are 9 of you guys. I really appreciate it. And we'll just start from the very first one. Terrence Ogle, you're number one. Number one boy. We got Ross Wismar. He's on our Golden Fuckboy list. Dougie Coombs, also on our Golden Fuckboy list. RJ Lyons, Kodas, Matt Dernert, that's a weird last name. Billy Haley, Cheap Intentions, and Christopher LaRue. You guys are the first 9. You guys are epic. I know a lot of you guys are from the Patreon thing, which we recently put an end to because we're doing this new YouTube thing, and YouTube is better than Patreon. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can do all the crazy hood rat gangster shit with my gangster YouTube friends all the time. So today on the build we have a little quinky dinky incident situation going on right now. The accessories, we thought they were gonna work awesome, right? We're just like, cheap things that we just throw on and it's gonna work. However, I forgot that we have to add this timing tensioner, or the serpentine belt tensioner here. And if we pay closer attention, then when we add this pipe, I mean, it technically fits, technically speaking, but it's like 1/8 of an inch away from the exhaust pipe, which is probably way too close for a serpentine belt to be to heat, and it'll probably melt and break anyways. So now we got a situation on our hands.
I was in the jacuzzi and I finally put some water on my face. I was like, we got grenades, man.
So let's pull this turbo off. I'm just spitballing ideas here. We may in fact have to redo this piping, unfortunately. But what if we turn this around this way? Okay. If we flip it around this way, the first problem I can see is this isn't gonna fit in here without some cutting. However, that's not much cutting required. And it's probably a better path to travel down to the ground. Okay, so that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 probably arises when we get this camera staying close enough that it looks cool. Okay, so problem number 2 is the frame rail is too high now. So let's notch out the frame rail a bit then. I need a marker! So we have to notch out the frame rail down here, underneath. But there is like a step lip on this frame rail right here, so we can probably get away with cutting a little bit out of it. See, like, there's a lip. So we'll cut a bit of that out of it. And this probably wouldn't even be a bad idea to get the charge piping to run through here, down along the front into the intercooler either. And this isn't, I kind of like that position better. It's unfortunate the turbo's facing this way and not the other way, but like, that's not even that bad. Getting an intake pipe on here might be a little weird because the exhaust manifold's right there and the heat, but let's just try it. We'll cut it out and we'll see where we end up. The worst thing that we can do here is fail and we'll have to redo the exhaust hot side, or just change the accessories, but like, you're bound to run into a couple of these problems when you do a build like this anyways. So we're gonna try and notch the frame rail first and remount the turbo and see where we end up. Yep, that's the fastest way to get it on the floor. Yeah, I'm wearing safety stuff. We're gonna go over it with the flappy wheel now and smooth it all down. Like a smooth criminal. Dun, 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 dun. Woo! Let's go!
No fatties.
I could probably end up stitch welding this back up too if I really need to. And boxing that back in. But let's just see if the turbo fits now. So I'm gonna put the stuff that I just took off back on. Joy. Impact gun's probably a good idea to have handy here. Camera, you gotta move. I'm sorry, YouTubes. Y'all gotta move over a little bit. Give me some room in my grill. This wasn't made to be put on with just one person. My ticky tape is stuck. It's the moment of truth now. Hey, it fits. Okay, so this isn't bad right here. That's actually how I would probably run it. And then I would just notch out right here in the body, remove whatever module this is right here, or panel, whatever this is, and just run the charge piping down through here, and then straight down through here to the intercooler up front. The only thing is now we have to clock this oil return and see if we can clear the exhaust side now. So that's what I'm gonna do here real quick. And in order to clock it, we just have to loosen off these bolts. Oh my God. It's gonna be that one where I have to remove the cover altogether, I think. So these cheapy turbos end up using silicone, actually like gasket maker as a seal instead of like an actual O-ring around it. So might actually have to end up, oh, never mind, here we go. Okay. In theory, you want this thing up, straight up and down, feed and return. So what may end up happening is I may have to drill a hole in this frame rail right here, down through both the top and the bottom, and then go to oil return from there through the frame rail itself. But it being over here makes it a lot easier to, yeah, so being on this side, it's gonna make it a lot easier to brace on the frame rail. Because I do have solid engine mounts down there, and I'm gonna solid mount the transmission as well. So it'll only be a little bit of vibration and heat expansion. So if it breaks, it breaks, but yeah, that's the plan. So this has to fit in here somewhere as well. We can fit a bigger radiator in here now that we moved the turbo over. I may have a full-size radiator for my Supra. Huh, well that fit in there. Except for the fact that, now where do we put our exhaust? I think this is for the headlights. Oh, boys, oh boys, oh boys. Boys, oh boys, oh boys. I love, not boys, women, females. I actually want to shove the headlight in this side and see exactly what we can cut out on this side too. It's roughly where it goes anyways. So we do need that one wire that I said we need in the back. This can be ran wherever. Fuck that thing. Fuck it! But it looks like we can notch out whatever we need out of this piece here. It's probably structural. Probably doesn't matter though. This little flap thing can go. Let's take that off. What the fuck? Side note, if Kemp were here, that would have been off like 6 months ago. You'd have been like, ah, fucking 2 ounces, don't need that. That's what I'm looking for. Probably the best tool known to man. One of these hook tool things. It's for jerking off, pretty much. It's actually for these little thingies. Just pondering life over here. This harness is so stupid. But we need headlights cause streetcar. And I'm just singing to myself and I don't know how to sing, so I sound like not Bon Jovi. Weight savings. But it looks like we can probably get away with a radiator that is about 26 inches across, comfortably. So this is still gonna be an issue. But I think you can get one that goes straight out instead. And if it goes straight out, it'll still clear the belt, so that'll be good. Also, it seems like running the turbo this way gives us a lot more room for like our heater lines here. So we can run those somewhere here and then up over here into here. And we can retain heat in the car, which is kind of a big thing in Canada for a street car because it's fucking cold outside. Like fucking cold. Like whatever you guys consider cold, shrink your dick down an inch smaller than that and that's how cold it gets. So like if you're already at 1 inch and then nothing, that's it. You turtle inside. Trust me, I know. I do it right now. I'm just gonna make some. Oh no, I lost my marker, but I just had that. It was a good one too. Sharpie, where did you go? I miss you. And I will always love you. Where did you go? I didn't put it in my pocket, did I? Why do I keep losing things? It's probably not because I'm like super organized or anything in here. My time in here is limited and I don't want to spend it cleaning. I want to just keep progressing and I can't keep progressing if I keep losing my Sharpie. Like how else am I supposed to like do things? Seriously though, where did I leave that? It's weird. I'll find it. Got him! I'm just gonna mark where this wants to be. And then I'm also gonna mark out what I think I should cut out of this. Putting my Sharpie up here on the dash so I don't lose it. Okay, you come off again. So, I don't know what that module is, but it looked kind of important. I'm just gonna move the wires out of the way and cut what I need to cut. But I'm gonna re-ticky tape my exhaust up so I don't get anything inside of it and get our grinder again. Sorry camera, gotta get in the way. Now we'll go over it with our little sandy pad thing again. And now for the millionth time again, we're putting the turbo back on. It's a lot of in and out, 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 if you know what I mean. Fuckboy gang! Get rid of the ticky tape again. Dang, now this fits. It fits well with black tape as well. I don't actually have a V-band on hand right now, so black tape V-band it is. And that, my friends, is our new turbo position. The cool thing about putting it this way is if we want to, we could run this exhaust side, curl it back in a bit again. We can also put it all the way out through the other side here and even put a muffler on it if we wanted to. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit back anywhere under here to go to the back of the car. Unless I really squish the exhaust right there. In which case it might go through that, but it'll probably just end up right here on the ground. Or like down and then underneath this right here and out through the fender. Now there's another thing we gotta do, so you gotta pull this off too. Where's Kent when you need him to pull off all this plastic bullshit? Jump! Now this so I think what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to cut this big, it was an old motor mount, but I think I'm just going to cut it flat here and use this flat section and then straight out from this, weld that on, and then that gives me about 14 inches from the bottom of this support here. And this is only 12 or 13 inches tall, so it should fit perfectly where I want it to. Behind the bumper. So we gotta find the center of this, and then where we wanna weld out to here. Joy! So we have both of our pieces cut out here. If I'm talking really loudly, it's because I have earplugs in my ears. And they should just go like this. So we just got it tacked on here for now. I did make sure that these were kind of even on both sides. This one, I actually beveled the wrong side, so I'm gonna have to just bevel these down so it'll weld better. And then once we get the top side welded, I'm actually gonna take it off. I'll weld the bottom side as well. Now this isn't gonna be the only support. We're actually gonna support it from the bottom underneath to here after too. But this is just to get it in place where we want it. Damn, it's nice to get those earplugs out and get my flow on the go. Yeah, our shitty welds right here. Yep, and yep. So we gotta find some bolts for these and then we'll see if it mounts up. Oh my God, can't get the bolts underneath. Oh no! I used this to measure and this was falling down. Shit. The bolts are a little bit too long, and I realized I was using my height measurement from this thing, but it's actually kind of loose, so that could have been all over the place now that I think about it. So we might have to bend one of these down, I think, to get the right height, but intercooler's pretty much mounted on there now. Look at it! So that's all folks for this episode. Thank you guys for joining me once again. I did place an order for a couple parts so we can move on. The next time that I come out here, I did order, I got the On3 Performance triple pump hat for the tank. The only reason I went with that is because I didn't want to go like external pump, and then if we really want to crank it up, be limited. So I kind of blew a little bit of budget there and got the hat with the 3 Walbros. I didn't get 3 Walbros, I only got 1 for now, but you can add 3, and that's a thing. Then I did order a radiator, like a 3-core, it's 23-inch core wide. So it should fit up right beside like where our turbo is. I ordered some miscellaneous like oil feed and drain line stuff. What else did I get? Oh yeah, I think what we're gonna do now, sorry, I had to adjust the tripod. And what I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take the Turbo 400 out of the Supra because I know it's built, I know it'll handle anything that we can throw at it. And we're gonna put it in this. So we'll take the shifter and the Turbo 400 out of the Supra and put it in the Mustang. The only thing is we're gonna need a new flex plate, a converter, which I think one of you guys are gonna send me. I've been talking to him on Facebook. One second, I'll tell you his name. Andrew Hem. He said he had just a regular Turbo 400 converter for one of his setups, and he'll just send it out. If it's not the right stall or whatever, we'll just put it in, get it running. And then the biggest thing is the Turbo 400 to Chevy bell housing, like an SFI one. I'm gonna need it anyways for the Supra, and it's like $600. It's kind of sad, because right now it has like a Supra bell housing on it, and then we need to put a Chevy bell housing on it. So that's it for this episode. I'm glad we're moving along. It's actually kind of fun now. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And since I started filming this video to the end of it, we have like an extra 6 people who joined the channel, and I'll show you guys out next time. I just don't want to edit it to the last part of the video. So see you guys, peace easy, and get that V.
No fatties.